Looky here, snacky pants. My name is Lester Oaks Construction Worker, and you done already gave me my order about 10 minutes ago.
And me and my boys can take you anytime, anywhere. I don't see no boys. I got them waiting.
It looks like we have a robbery in progress. Stand aside now.
Who are you?
I'm Super Dude, the teenage superhero.
Then join in the fight that would give us the right to be free. Do you hear the lobster scream?
Who are you?
Who is it?
Hey, his name is Kiki. Kiki, how do you feel?
I feel like going to the hospital.
What are you even doing up?
I thought we had a break-in.
What were you gonna do, give him the funk?
I was going to hit him in the face and then say, "Sax to be you."
That actually would have been dope.
It was more of a separation that kind of grew into, just the journeys of being adults, and then, time passes and more time passes and it just became ridiculous.
Picture this. It's the late 90s. Kenan Thompson, a household name thanks to All That and Kenan and Kel, is living the dream. Fame, fortune, and fans cheering for his every move. But behind the laughs and catchphrases was a storm brewing, one that would leave him financially devastated. Kenan's mother, in an effort to protect her rising star son, handed control of his finances to a trusted accountant. This guy had already helped her clean up some tax issues, so he seemed like the perfect choice to handle Kenan's growing wealth. But oh, how wrong that turned out to be. This so-called trusted accountant was given power of attorney over Kenan's finances. Big mistake. What started as handling small tax matters spiraled into a disaster when larger sums of money were involved. By the time anyone realized what was happening, the damage was done. A whopping $1.5 million gone, poof, into thin air.
I want to go back to this $1.5 million. How do you lose $1.5 million? Because I know you said it, but I know people are listening like, how does that happen?
We gave that dude power of attorney when we shouldn't have.
Y'all were kids.
Yeah, I was a kid and my mom was trying to protect me, you know what I mean? And he had helped her out of her tax situations, like her and my dad's tax situations. So she thought she could trust him, but she could trust him with they 30 to 50 grand issues kind of. But when it's $1 million on the table, you never know what people gonna turn into, and apparently he turned into a demon. And I'm sure his karma has come back to him.
Kenan later revealed in interviews how his mother's trust in this man, combined with his own youthful inexperience, led to the nightmare. And let's not forget, this wasn't just about money. This was his livelihood, his hard-earned success. All the paychecks from Nickelodeon's golden era, gone.
How much did the accountant get you for?
$1.5 million.
Damn.
Something like that. I mean, that was, my contractual deal at the time or whatever. But
for Good Burger?
For overall Nickelodeon existence. Yeah, for a few years or whatever. And then, I never saw none of it.
What do you do when someone steals your money? You take them to court, of course. And that's exactly what Kenan did. He battled this shady accountant for years and eventually won the lawsuit. But here's the kicker. By the time the case was over, the accountant was broke. No money to recover, just legal fees, and a bitter taste of justice served cold. Imagine this. Working tirelessly, creating characters and moments that shaped a generation, only to have your reward stolen. And then, to add insult to injury, the IRS came knocking. "Where's our money?" they demanded. Kenan, left holding the bag, had to face Uncle Sam without the stolen funds to pay his dues.
But as far as me getting that money back, and I knew it as soon as it happened, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't never gonna see that money. I might as well just get back and start from scratch and just, forget about it. If it comes back, great, but, it has yet to. But I've been blessed in so many other ways, I take those life lessons and just learn from them.
Kenan's experience is a stark reminder of how quickly things can go south in Hollywood. Fame doesn't shield you from shady dealings, and even trusted figures can turn out to be anything but. As Kenan himself said, "You never know what people are going to turn into when there's $1 million on the table." But what makes Kenan's story so compelling is his resilience. Despite losing so much, he didn't let the setback define him. He pushed forward, building a career that would eventually make him an icon on SNL.
Oh, and don't worry about the creaking, Dad. We're not hearing it in here.
Well, the boy should be creaking. I mean, you don't never have two people out on this thing. Never!
Today, Kenan Thompson stands tall as a testament to perseverance. From Nickelodeon's super dude to SNL's longest-running star.
Left there and went to audition for SNL.
Do you remember that when you auditioned and they called you back and said you got the part? Do you remember that?
1,000,000%, because it was a long process. You know what I'm saying? came to New York straight from Chicago from shooting barbershop, like feeling great or whatever, and then seeing what you up against. And it was every black comic you could even possibly think of, right? So I had to do stand-up at the stand-up New York. I had never done stand-up before. It was a nightmare.
He's proved time and again that he's here to stay. And while the road wasn't easy, it's clear that Kenan's legacy is one of triumph over adversity. So, what's the takeaway here? Always keep an eye on your finances, even if you're trusting someone else to handle them. And of course, never underestimate the power of determination. Absolutely nothing. That's what Kenan Thompson got back after his financial nightmare. The betrayal from his trusted accountant left him with no choice but to start over, building his career from the ground up. Imagine going from a beloved TV star to scrambling just to pay rent. For most people, it would have been a breaking point, but not for Kenan. I knew as soon as it happened, Kenan once said in an interview, I wasn't going to see that money again. I had to just start fresh and keep moving forward. And move forward he did. While many would have let the setback define them, Kenan saw it as a life lesson, one that would ultimately shape his journey to becoming a household name. Hollywood is tough, and for child stars like Kenan, the transition to adult roles can be even tougher. The industry had pigeonholed him as that funny kid from Nickelodeon. But Kenan was determined to prove he was much more than that. He wasn't about to let his legacy be defined by slapstick comedy and orange soda jokes.
Really? You think the script is funny?
You'll make it funny, so do good.
While fans adored his work on All That and Kenan and Kel, Kenan knew he had to evolve. Breaking out of the Nickelodeon bubble was no easy feat, but he leaned into his craft and took every opportunity to show his range. He landed roles in projects like Barbershop 2 and Felicity, stepping outside his comedic comfort zone to explore new territory.
Hey, come on, Jimmy, man, just 2 seconds, bro. It won't take long, I promise we're done. Wait.
As much as fans loved seeing Kenan and Kel together, the duo realized their partnership was becoming a double-edged sword. They had spent years being marketed as a package deal, and while it had brought them fame, it also limited their individual potential. It wasn't beef, Kenan clarified in later interviews. It was about growth. We both needed to find our own paths as adults. Still, the separation wasn't without its challenges. The two drifted apart, leading to speculation of a fallout. For years, they barely spoke, and the media spun wild rumors about jealousy and animosity. But as time passed, the two reconciled, proving that their bond was unshakable. In 2023, they reunited for Good Burger 2, delighting fans and reminding everyone why they were such an iconic duo in the first place. Kenan's big break into mainstream comedy came with Saturday Night Live, but his journey to the iconic show was far from smooth. His first audition was at Stand Up New York, where he had to perform stand-up comedy, a medium he wasn't comfortable with. It was a nightmare, Kenan admitted. I had never done stand-up before. I didn't know how to address the crowd.
I did 3 minutes of something terrible because I wasn't a stand-up comic. I didn't know how to address the crowd at all. I think I just started with.
So that was part of the audition. You had to do stand-up.
Yeah.
So you walked out there and was like, hi.
I don't think I said hi. I think I just went right into like Al Sharpton or something, like talking to Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean?
What?
Just like like a kid in his own.
Despite his struggles, the SNL team saw potential in him. They called him back for a studio audition, and this time, Kenan found his groove. He thrived in the collaborative, sketch-based environment, and the rest, as they say, is history. Over the years, Kenan went on to become SNL's longest-running cast member, crafting iconic characters and sketches that would cement his place in comedy history. His ability to reinvent himself and adapt to the changing entertainment landscape has been nothing short of remarkable.
I was gonna ask, when did you get comfortable in Saturday Night Live? Because you had to be nervous, you know, when you first starting off, you with all these people that's been there before, and when did you get comfortable?
It took a while because you have a writer's burden on SNL, and I didn't come from that. You know, I just came from being given scripts, and then I do what I do, and like if we ad-lib something, then they'll put it in or whatever. But I was never like part of that process, so it was like a learning thing as I went along, and I don't think I was like comfortable until I got my first personal idea on the show, and that was like season 5.
Wow.
Yeah, Scared Straight. Shout out to Scared Straight.
Why that role in particular?
What, Scared Straight?
Yeah, like why did that make you the most comfortable?
Well, that was just the first one that I got on, and I was like, oh, I finally like made my sense of humor make sense in this place. Kind of thing. You know what I mean?
From his early days as a Nickelodeon star to his reign on SNL, Kenan's journey is a testament to resilience and grit. He's shown that no setback is too big to overcome and no label is too strong to break. Kenan's reunion with Kel and Good Burger 2 marked a heartwarming chapter in his career, proving that some partnerships truly are timeless. Together, they reminded fans why they fell in love with their comedic chemistry in the first place. As for Kenan's future, the sky's the limit. Whether he's making us laugh on SNL, reuniting with old friends, or taking on new challenges, one thing is clear. Kenan Thompson's star isn't dimming anytime soon. Final thoughts. What do you think about Kenan's wild journey from child star to comedy royalty? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the lives of your favorite celebrities. Until next time, keep shining and stay tuned for more incredible stories from Hollywood's brightest stars.